Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We have a couple of confident teams coming into today's game. Both walked off the field with victories last time out. It's the Seahawks going up against the Colts.
Larry, from the heartland of America, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Indianapolis Colts. Throwing on first down. Wolf completes it to Lee. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
This one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. Now they try the right side here. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board. But the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Shift together here from the D-line. Looking to throw. Wolf. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. If they want to try that again, go play action and hit them over the top.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And able to find Green. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. Now Wilson on first down. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And it's third and short.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On third down, that's Tate. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. He needed a yard. That's what he got. It is. A new set of downs. Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Luke Wilson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they'll take over with the ball 1st and 10. From the gun, Wolf. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looking to throw on second down. Wolf. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down now after the incompletion. Throwing again. Wolf. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Wolf caught. Seferian-Jenkins right side. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Design run for their wideout, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and they're going to face a third down. From the gun, Wolf. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid gain.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He can run for it, and he will. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
First down. Wolf. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wolf. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Now let's go. Remember, Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! You ain't got nothing. Over! Gone! 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 Hurry up! Here we go! Back down to that Philly! Here we go!
On 3rd down. Wolf. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10. Wolf is going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
In motion now is Lee. Throwing on 1st down. Wolf trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Wolf. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Here we go now.
Operating from the gun. Wolf sheds off the tackle, and he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big conversion on 3rd for the Colts. 49 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. From the gun, Wolf. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Offense in a good spot here. 2nd and 2. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Green's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd down, Wilson. He's got Green. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. Looks to be right around the 40. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. And, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward right at the 20. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw. Wolf. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Looking to throw. Wolf. And he fires one incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun. Wolf. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3-19. 3
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back them up halfway. The Colts send out their punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, it's like you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. The escapability in evidence there, as that one good for 15 and a first. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On first down, Wilson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The Seahawks on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Wilson operating from the gun. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Quincy Wilson with the INT. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
Let's go.
On first down, Wolf. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Time running out here on the play clock. Back to throw. Wolf. Safarian Jenkins has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Set. Green 39.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 1st and 10. Wolf. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit. Gun. Set.
Operating from the gun. Wolf. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe.
Leopard. All right, here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now they try the right side here. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. Brings it just past the 15. Able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Play clock winding down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And to give this time to the tailback. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back around the 37. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. The play clock's running down. Gives it to the up back. That's Patrick DeMarco. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And they'll indeed take a knee. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll have another road day next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.